This is Troy, where I talk about movies. Carrie. This movie came out in the 1970s, and it is known as a classic. It's about a young high school girl with telekinesis, and she's an outsider. She's a loner. She's looked at as a weirdo, and it's mainly because of her batshit crazy ass mama. And and I'm gonna get to her in a second. And basically, this movie is about when you tip someone till they reach their breaking point and kill your ass. It's just that's just the reality of how what this movie is about. And this movie is really good, man. This one, I definitely don't think this one overrated. Like it's very ambitious. It's very well directed. I think one of the things I like about the movie is that this was made in the 70s, so it wasn't a lot of you couldn't rely on digital effects like you can these days. So a lot of the stuff they did to portray someone with telekinesis, they relied on editing. It was like a lot of things is just twitchy, quick editing to make make it look like someone moved something, or not someone, the main character Carrie, to make her look like she moved something with her mind, or and they slowly. This movie takes its time in building up, to the grand finale, and the grand finale is this girl's getting fed up and just killing everyone. Um, I think this movie, the one of the things I love about the movie is that it isn't in no rush. It's gonna tell the story the way it needed to be told, and it's also like really for the first half of the movie is like a high school drama. It's a lot of like, oh, she said you doing this, you're taking her to the prom. No, that's not true, and it's like a high school drama. It's about a bunch of girls getting in trouble for mistreating Carrie at the beginning of the movie. Carrie has a period for the first time. She's in the shower in the locker room and the students are outside, and she starts having her period. And again, her mother is very religious and batshit crazy, and I'm gonna get to her in a second. But basically, she never told Carrie. Her mother never told Carrie about her period. And so when she started having her period in uh, the shower, which was very tough for me to watch. I gotta say that was the most scariest part of this horror movie, in my opinion. But when she starts, bleeding and stuff, she gets very frightening, and she start asking her peers for help, and they start laughing at her, throwing tampons at her, and just being very cruel to the girl. And basically the girls get punished. And through the movie, that's kind of that kind of starts the plot of the film, because the girls through their punishment, they have to work very hard in athletics, or else they can't go to the prom. And so they try to get back at Carrie because for some reason they think it's her fault. And that's when shit gets tough. Now, going over to her batshit crazy ass mother, um, she's very religious, and she's one of those people that think anything you do is a sin. You spit on the ground. Oh my God, pray to God for forgiveness. Just crazy ass bitch. And she's very strict with Carrie. Carrie can't. She doesn't have the freedom of doing a lot of things, and when she does something wrong, her punishment is sitting in the closet and praying and just crazy stuff like that. And it's one of the reasons why Carrie is such an outcast. And to me, it's just terrible parenting. It's like, come on, man, you let your religious beliefs get in the way of your daughter growing up. Stupid ass. But I will say this: the actress that acted as her mother was a special actress. I mean, she was Oscar worthy. Like, I even wonder if, hold on, I'm finna see, maybe she won the Oscar for that role, because she was so good in the movie. Like, Carrie Oscar. Nom- so she got nominated for Best Supporting Actress. Her name is Piper Laurie. She played a crazy ass lady very well. and so did Carrie. The girl that played Carrie got nominated for Best Actress. Her name is Sissy Spacek. I, I guess that's her name. But yeah, she did very well too. That they were brilliant in the movie, very well acted. And basically, the end of this movie, they trick. Well, one of the girls that threw the tampons at Carrie felt bad for throwing the tampons at Carrie, so she wanted to help her out by getting her boyfriend to take her to the prom. Very good deed, and it was very thoughtful and loving. And one of the other girls was on the other side of the spectrum, and she wanted to pay Carrie back for supposedly getting her in trouble. Um, so she got her boyfriend to kill a pig, collect the blood, and dump it on her at prom. And it was very, very tough to watch. This movie gets dark real fast. I mean, it turns from like a high school drama to a horror movie, a dark horror movie. But it was very well executed, and that's when I said earlier that it was very well directed. It was because they made sure when one of the girls' boyfriend invited Carrie to the prom, you know, um, they really made Carrie have a good time. For the first time, Carrie at the prom got to feel like a real normal human. Um, she got to be free at the prom, and her mother didn't want her to go to the prom. She had to use her telekinesis powers on her mother to make her like get the hell off of her and let her go to the prom. And uh and when she went to the prom, it was a great night. It was very well executed. The girl's boyfriend that took Carrie to the prom was very sweet, very genuine. He danced with her. She had her first dance, had her first kiss. It was just a great night until it had to be ruined by the the bitch that wanted blood dumped on her. And so basically, she organized this kind of scheme where Carrie would win prom queen, and she goes on stage. And on stage, at the top, it's some blood, in a bucket, and they pull the string, and the blood falls on Carrie, and Carrie loses it. You know, this sweet girl loses it. And she started using her telekinesis power to start killing everybody in that bitch. No one's safe. Um, it's very sad, but it. I mean, to a certain degree, you just feel like you understand her. You understand what she's going through, being an outsider, being a loner, and then finally getting to enjoy life the way it should be. Some asshole ruins it for you, and one of the things that was so ridiculous is that her mother was kind of a hypocrite in a way, because she was so much focused on keeping the devil out of you, out of whoever, and praying to God. And but by the end of the movie, she's almost like the devil herself, walking down, trying to kill Carrie because she felt like, she sinned. Like I said, crazy bitch. But the movie, um, it really did, make you feel like her mother was right in a way. When Carrie is going crazy, you really wonder, and using her telekinesis and doing all this shit, killing people, you really wonder, like, man, was her mama right? Like, is she the devil? She's, the whole place turns red, blood is everywhere, she's killing people, and you really start thinking, like, man, Carrie might be the devil. But really, at the end, when her mother tries to kill Carrie, you realize, no, 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 bitch, you the devil. You just a hypocrite ass bitch. So, yeah, but good movie overall. Great performances, very well edited. I think and so I give it like a 9 out of 10, maybe 9.5. Nah, a 9. That's cool. And yeah, so that's my review of Carrie. I think you should check it out. I believe it's on Netflix. Give it a watch. I think it'll scare the shit out you, but it'll also make you feel bad and feel for Carrie as well. So, thank you for watching. This is Troy Bracy. Bye bye.